Hey Floss Tube, welcome back to my channel. This is Jenna X Stitches, and it's currently September 2nd, like 10 in the morning, and this is my 10th Floss Tube video. This has gone by like super fast. I can't believe we're on 10 videos already. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. Thanks for checking out my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for thumbs up. Thanks for commenting. I super appreciate it. And welcome anyone new. I guess that's about it. Let's just get started. I'm a little bit on time constraint today because I got to get to brunch. I guess I can start with a life update. Really, not much going on. I'm going back to work next week. I'm a kindergarten teacher, so that's a little bit exciting. I spent a few days last week setting up my classroom. We kind of, I don't even want to get into it. We had a super bad thing happened to our closet that was really organized with books by category, our reading materials, our math materials, all meticulously, well, not meticulously, but we worked really hard to organize. And they decided to paint the inside of the closet, which meant taking everything out and then just tossing it back in after they painted. But we did it. We made it through. Me and my co-teacher were able to do it. Other than that, I'm still training for the New York City Marathon, so that's been picking up a lot. Trying to stay healthy, injury-free, trying to get my runs in, and also wondering how I'm going to balance that with working. I know I'll make it work. I know I was spoiled during the summer being able to start my training, but I feel like starting in the summer also gave me the opportunity to really get into my routines. Other than that, it's been going great. Did schedule a cruise with my boyfriend for December for Christmas, so we are super excited about that. If you guys don't know, me and my boyfriend are in a long distance relationship, and so we're super looking forward to this trip together for the holiday. I think that's it on my life update. I haven't been reading much at all, so there will not be a book segment. I have been knitting a lot, so I will show just a little bit of my knitting. If you guys aren't into that, I'll let you know where it is so you guys can just leave. Trying to think of anything else life-wise, but I really think that's it. I really am going to miss the amount of time I had to stitch this summer without working. I made a lot of progress, but so let's get into that. I have my notes here. My finishes, both very small. I have no big project finishes, not even smalls. Just some keychain, one keychain finish, like a FFO, so it's fully finished. I made a Ruppee. I made one out of Kreinik, and I forgot to take a picture, of course, or show it. This was given as a Patreon gift to my, I guess there's subscribers on there too. So Ruppee. And this one is not done yet, and it is for one of my viewers on Twitch who won a giveaway. It's a blue Stardew chicken. And these I just stitched on the plastic Doris 14 count canvas with 2 strands over 1. I know a lot of people like 3, but I find with my tendinitis it's really hard for me to do 3 strands on the plastic. So let's get into my whips. A lot of my whips have progress. I also tried to get a project bag because, as you know, I'm currently using, this is my project bag, and it's not really working anymore. I don't know. I don't like plastic. If you guys, you might not know, but I'm like crazy environmental blah blah blah, and this is I don't know. Anywho, I tried to upgrade, and the zipper doesn't stay closed, and I wanted it for at least my projects that are not in rotation, so they can just sort of sit inside. But the zipper on the top like really sucks, so it doesn't even stay closed, so I can't even keep this. Well, I want to because it has tacos on it, and I love tacos. Okay, anywho, that's another topic. Anywho, here is my progress on my Megaman X project. I'll show a little bit. I think we did have progress on it, but I'll show what it looked like the last time you guys saw it. And this has also moved into my Focus Friday rotation because it's almost done. So here, oops, I dropped it. Here it is now. So it's just looking amazing. Finished Spark Mandrill completely. Sting Chameleon almost done. And I just started the 14th page on Friday for Focus Friday. And the 15th page is really narrow, so that one won't take much time. I'm hoping for a finish by the end of this year or beginning of next year. I cannot believe it. It's looking so awesome. Love, love, love. And so I've been watching some new floss tubers. It took me forever to find them. I can't believe I haven't been watching them before, but I've been watching Michelle Bendy Stitchy, who like everybody watches. And I got the decision wheel idea from her, which is amazing, and I've been using it for like everything in my life, including my Focus Friday whip decisions. And thank you so much for that, Michelle. I really love it. It has been life-changing because I also can never decide where I want to eat or what I want to eat, and now I feel like I'm just gonna pop it into the wheel and be like, yay, because I honestly, I don't care. Like, I am really one of those girls that when asked like, where do you want to eat, and I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care, because I always get the same thing on all the menus. All right, next whip is my elephant birth announcement. So if you are my brother or his wife, please turn the video off, because this is for you. They just had their baby shower, so I finally got to give away my knitted blanket, by the way. I wasn't showing it anywhere, so I'll post a picture of what it looks like, and she loved it. Anywho, this is the elephant baby announcement by Stitch Rovia on Etsy, and here's some progress of what it looked like last time. I'm really loving this piece. It's going fast. There's just some parts I can't stitch yet because the baby's not born, so I can't finish the date on the bottom here. So I can't finish filling this in just yet. I can do the year, but I just can't finish the month. I mean, we know when she's due, but you never know with babies. And then her name, we do know her name, but the thing is, this pattern charted it out for her first name, middle name, and last name. But they're not giving her a middle name, so I'm gonna have to like rearrange it so that it still looks evenly spaced and whatever. But this is a super fast stitch, and I like it because it's kind of mindless too. So it's like one of those that I can put on while I'm watching some subtitled anime or whatever, and I don't have to worry about making mistakes or too much counting, because it's really hard to go wrong on that one. Oh, sorry, this is done, I forget, it's some DMC fabric. 14 count 3/1. I really love the coverage of 3 strands using 14 count fabric when it's not full coverage. And Megaman is on 18 count white fabric 2/1. Keep forgetting about that. And the Megaman one is a personal pattern. I made it myself. I'm not sure if I'm going to be releasing it when it's done. I've had a lot of people ask me about it, but I think I might. It's just mine. Next, Epic Pokemon. Epic Pokemon, every time it comes into rotation, gets a lot done. So this is what it looked like the last time. And the fabric for it was getting really grungy, especially on the back. I know I shouldn't worry about the back too much, but I worry about it somehow like seeping through the front. And I always try to wash my hands before I stitch. I'm really good about that, but it, you know, it just happens. And I got like some little weird stains on the front, but I know it's full coverage, it'll get covered. But here it goes. So I did get 2 page finishes. So I finished the page over here that had Lapras. Who else was in there? Butterfree and those guys got done, and then I did the final page on this row that had Hypno, finishing Victory Bell, Tauros, starting Scyther. So that was great. I just have to fill in some of the white. I cannot be bothered with the white. Like, I do the white when I can, so I'll go back and do it. And this is after washing it. I was so nervous. I asked in Stitch Mania about washing pieces that you're currently working on. I know that Laura X Stitches has washed her Epic Pokemon piece before and it looks okay. I was just super nervous. Like, I knew it wasn't gonna bleed, but I don't know, I got really nervous about it. But anywho, we started a new row! And Mr. Mime is there, and who else is coming through? Gyarados will be done, and I think this is a Kingdra, or is that a different gen? Maybe Seadra. Can't remember. Will be there. So I am so excited. This piece moves fast. It's on 28 count even weave. And I'm stitching 2/1, but only doing 10 stitching. So that's why it goes super fast. And I love it. I think the coverage is great. And if I start a Hayden, that's exactly how I'm doing it. That's another thing that happened this month, guys. I new started a lot because I wanted to. I had finishes and I was like, new start time. Okay, where's my clip? I'll find it later. Next, our Game of Thrones. This is a piece by another Twitch TV Stitcher, K Warning, who also has an Etsy shop, 8-bit shop, or 8-bit Stitch. I always get it wrong. I'll correct it in the bottom. She also has her own website. She's selling through her own website now, in addition to Etsy. And this was a stitch along. I fell behind, didn't catch up, whatever. So now it's just a piece that I'm working on. It's on, oh, I always forget this one. I think it's a vintage country mocha, but I can never remember the count. But this, I probably didn't show what it looked like last time, but it's okay. I'm starting to fill in the cranic on the letters, and I am loving it. It is just like bling, 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 bling. Lots of bling there. I love it. This piece had a lot of frogging for me. It was nothing to do with the pattern. It was just me and poor counting, not paying attention. It wasn't that much of a mindless piece. Like, you had to pay attention and count, and sometimes that can be hard for me. And I was super excited to be able to do the of and the e with like no frogging. I was like, this is a celebration. But yeah, now I'm filling in the letters and I love it. I originally wanted to finish this as a pillow, but I don't think I will now because I started doing the back stitching and I started skipping over long parts of it. So now I don't know how I want to finish it. Might frame it, might do it as a flat fold. I'll follow Ivana tutorial, who I've also discovered. Can you believe that I did not know? Well, I knew, but I did not know. Like, I did not go there and know all the stuff I can know from there. Now we're on to Sal's. Are those? That's it for, yeah. Dark World didn't get any love this month. Flareon TCG card didn't get any love. So that was it for whips. They'll be in the next video because they'll be coming up in my rotation. Sal's. So I am still doing the Harry Potter class schedule stitch along by Armada Designs. It's a mystery Sal, so nobody knows the next classes that will be coming out. I did do Muggle Studies. I should unravel it because I don't know. I'll try to post what it looked like the last time you guys saw it. I was working on it a little bit this morning. So I have it all clipped up in the hoop. And the fabric is a 16 count Picture This Plus in Dusk, which I absolutely love this fabric. And I can't really show you the Muggle Studies because it's covered. I really don't want to take the hoop out, guys. I'm really sorry, but here's where I am. So Muggle Studies was over here. The Muggle Studies, no, it wasn't done my last video. It's over here. And then I started Arithmancy. I think that's right. I don't know if I said it right, but yay! I love this fabric. I love this Sal. I did hold a contest on my Twitch channel to see what everyone thought the next class would be. And it was amusing because a lot of people were like, you know, dark arts, not Muggle Studies, magical creatures, the flying class, and everybody lost. Nobody guessed Arithmancy. I hope I said that right. So that's it. Now we're on to the new starts. Yay! New starts. What should I start with? So I had my viewers vote for one of my next new starts, and they voted for me to do from Sailor Moon, Luna and Artemis, all curled up in like a little yin yang symbol, and I'll post a picture of what it'll look like when it's finished. It's really cute. I got the pattern, I think, on Sprite Stitch somewhere. I know it's a freebie out there. I'll try to locate it and link it to you guys. It's in a Q-snap right now, and I'm not going to take it out because there's not much progress. I put it on a sparkly DMC one that's 14 count, but this one's like the gold dusted one. So, and it's not white, it's like a gold. And this is my start. That's it. Some of, you know, Luna's butt, I think. It'll come up in my rotation. It'll come up. This counts as a new start. If I put one thread in. New start. That's all it takes for me. I also put a thread in on a dimensions kit. This was one of the ones left in my smalls, in my actual 2018 plans of things to do and get out of my stash. Because this chart has been in my stash forever. Hang in there, kitty, by dimensions. Or hang on, kitty, rather. Really cute. Love it. I'm using the fabric it came with, which is a 14 count light blue Ida. I'm using all the called for threads. I put in one thread. You can't even see it. I don't even know if I'm holding it the right way. That's it. Some white. That's all I got. That counts. New start. It'll come up in rotation soon. Alright, and my last new start, was that really it? I thought I was doing more. So I randomly decided, I had this book, I'll just show it, Seasonal Cottages. It's Hirschner's, I think I got it in Hobby Lobby on clearance. It has these cute little cottages for each season. So for spring, summer, fall, winter, there's a cottage. And I was like, hey, what if during the season, I stitch the cottage that I'm in? So it's summer season, I'm going to stitch the summer cottage. When fall solstice comes around, I'm going to stitch the fall cottage. So even if the summer one isn't done, I'll switch over to the fall one. I know I'm never going to finish these probably, but whatever. They're really cute. I'll show you. So this is the summer cottage. I currently started it. I'm not using the called for fabric, which is 28 count Summer Sky hand-dyed Jobelin by Witchell. Stitched over 2 threads. I just decided to stitch a piece of dye a piece of 14 count myself. I'll show you what it looks like. And I'm just stitching 3/1. I didn't really want to buy. I'm really trying to be good about not making a lot of purchases. I want to try to save this year. Me and my boyfriend want to move in together at the end of next year. You know, we just booked the cruise. Like, what sense does that make? Anywho, yeah, just want to try to save a little bit more and pay off my student loan would be great. There's a page that has all the cottages on it, but I'll show you the big one. This is spring, which I love because you could probably see why I bought it. There is a black cat. I'm trying not to like bring it close, but not creepily peek over the book all the time. That one's spring. I showed you summer. It's on the front. Let's see. Autumn is gorgeous. I can't wait to get to this one. And they're all done on the same kind of fabric, so I have to dye some more. I do have 2 pieces that I did dye. Have that. Look at the cat in the window, of course. Black cats are my thing. And the winter cottage is really beautiful too. Winter cottage. I love them all. So, hoping to finish those, whatever. Oh, my start on it. So, this is my start on the summer cottage. Oh, let me show you the fabric first. So I dyed just using some Rit dye. Whatever. I don't know if the color is going to show up true. But I tried to make my own little sky sort of dye. So there's a little bit of darker blues, light blue. I only used 1 blue, but I just kept changing how saturated it was. Now I'm not a pro on dyeing fabric, but I try. So that's what I'm using. This second piece will be for my fall cottage, and then I'll try to dye some more similar. I hope they come out pretty similar for my spring and winter one. So this is my start on summer cottage. Love, 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 love. Did some clouds. And I really like that. The clouds aren't blending in too much with the fabric, but they don't like super stand out, I feel. And this is the start of the little roof of the house. I think this is a roof too. I have no idea. Oh, it's like the little chimney stack now that I'm looking at it. Okay, whatever. That's my start there. That's it for new starts. I showed my fabric that I dyed. Plans? I wrote down none, but I do have plans. Because, whatchamacallit season is coming up. Christmas season. I meant holiday. is coming up, guys. And so I tried to dig through my magazines and pick out some things I would like to stitch for the upcoming holiday. And I selected this one, which was released, I can't remember the issue. It was last year's Christmas issue of Cross Stitch Crazy. I'll try to find it so I can put it down below. But it's a chart that didn't come in the magazine. It came as a freebie. So it's actually like, you know, like paper. And this is a bell. It says Bell and Boo. Let me see. Is that the name of the designer? I think, yeah, I think you, yeah, I think that's the name of the designer. I don't know the name of the pattern though. Maybe it's in the book. I don't know, but I want to stitch this. So when I was dyeing fabric, I was originally trying to dye fabric for this. Didn't come out that way as dark as I wanted, so then the whole seasonal cottage thing happened. I was like, wait, I just dyed fabric, I can use it for that. But I think this is really cute. I think if I do it, I want to try beading, I know that's crazy, to make it sparkly in the middle of some of the snowflakes. And I think this will be my only Christmas start. I did pull some other wintry sort of patterns, but let's be realistic. This one probably won't get done, but we'll try. So that's that. Haul. Basically none. I am subscribed to K Warning's Pattern of the Month Club, so I'll post the pattern picture of the one that I got here. It's from Pokemon Missing Number, Missing No. Love it. Love it. If you don't know about video games or Pokemon, sorry. I did subscribe to a Pattern of the Month Club. I think I asked on Stitch Mania about pattern fabric of the month club subscriptions, and thanks everyone for all of their suggestions and ideas. I decided to go with color and cotton, mainly because they're color fast, because I personally like to wash my projects when I'm done and iron them and then frame them. I know I won't be able to do that with my summer cottages because my own hand-dyed fabric is not color fast. But, and oh my gosh, I can't speak. I decided to go with the linen, I believe. I forget. I think between 28 count to 30 something. So I got a piece of Belfast, 32 count, 13 by 17 inches, in color Pumpkin Souffle. And I tried to take a picture of it yesterday, and I know it's not going to show up true on the camera, and I forgot to bring something white. Actually, that's not so bad. It's just a little bit more peachy. It's showing up really orangey, but it's a little bit more like a peach orange color, if that makes any sense. But I really love this. I was so excited. I like ran down to my mailbox. So for my first installment of a Fabric of the Month Club, I am so happy. I'm trying to think of what I would want to put on this. I might put, they won't match the other ones, but I might put one of the, I did the sunset giraffes. So I'll put a picture of it. And I might do the other animals on this instead of dyeing my own. They're not going to all match, but that's okay with me. Like, sunsets don't always look the same all the time. That would be perfect for that fabric, actually. Pumpkin Souffle. What a name. I love it. And that's it for my haul. Knitting. So I'm going to show just a quick snippet of knitting. I've been knitting a lot. And I have it in bags, so it's probably going to get a little bit rustly. Only because I have cats and I don't want them to sleep on my knitting. Been working on a sock for the boyfriend. We'll have to have him try it on because he's very tall. He is 6'6". He is like over a foot taller than me. But we'll hope this fits. Anywho, here's a sock I started for him. So this is done in a 3 knit 1 purl ribbing. I think I said that right. I don't know. And I'm just turning the heel now and doing the gusset. And this is on a Knit Picks Felici, the self-striping in colorway Minty. I don't know if it's available still because I know their colors, they do that thing where they release them and then they're gone. And I bought those skeins like years ago. That's that. I've been working on this whip that I'm about to pull out for knitting. I started in 2015. So it's an old whip. I just decided to dig through my stuff and finish some of these whips. So here goes the sweater I was knitting. I believe the pattern is flax on Ravelry. And I just decided to make it striping. And I'm using some Vanna's Choice yarn. I mean, I don't find it scratchy. I've tried it on. I know I'll wash it, make it soft. Yeah, that's it. That's that. I put in maybe a row on that. Another thing that happened was like, I was like, man, I really want to knit. I want to crochet. So I pulled out like all of my like whips, and then I was running out of the yarn needed for all of them. So I got a few rows in on the sweater until it was like I ran out of brown. And then on the one I'm going to show you, my rainbow blanket, modern rainbow blanket. You can also find this, I think, on Ravelry. The pattern is on Etsy. I'll link it below. It uses Karen Cake. Goes by really fast. And this one too, I was like, I want to work on my blanket, and then I finished my cake. So here's my modern rainbow blanket. Now, I could not find one of the cakes, so I went to Michael's recently and I bought the rest of the cakes that I need, and I'm missing blueberry cheesecake or blueberry shortcake, one of those two. And I don't know, like, do they discontinue? Because some of the colors were on clearance at Michael's, and I got really nervous that I'm never gonna see those colors again. And so that's why I bought all the ones that I need. So now I'm scared I'm not gonna find the one that goes with that pattern. I might just have to try Joann's, but we have no Joann's close to us. And that really makes me nervous. Wow. So that's it for the month. That's everything I've been working on. That's all of the things that I've bought. I really have been trying to curb the spending. I mean, in that bag there's some Michael stuff that I bought, but it's just like regular yarn from the store. Oh, I have one more whip. A crochet whip. I'm making a Magikarp hat for my boyfriend. I'll try to insert a picture of what it'll look like when it's done, if I can find one, you know, that really shows it. And I want to make one for myself. I was originally going to just do it for myself, and he's like, I want one. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So this is my start. And then I ran out of yarn. Like, this is just crazy. So I went out and I got, you know, some supplies that are in that bag right there. I have to put them away. I really don't need more yarn. I really don't need more projects. But that's just what happens. Anywho, this was a short video. If you stood this long, thank you so much for checking out my video. I super appreciate it. Oh my gosh, hold on. This was supposed to be part of my life update too. And it's not the end. I have something else. Oh my god, how can I forget? So I really am not done. I hope you guys are still watching. I started, because I found Michelle Bendy Stitchy, I found Broadway Stitcher, who lives in New York City, like me. Yay, I live in New York City too, so I was so glad to find another floss tuber who was also in New York City. And then I also found Big Apple Stitcher, or Big Apple Stitching, who's also in New York City. And then I found, because of that, a New York City cross-stitch group that meets up and goes on retreats and stuff like that, and I'm just like mind blown. I am so excited to find another group of stitchers. I'm shy. It'll probably take me forever to go to the group, and I have to flake on them a few times before I actually go. But I'm so excited. So I'm really excited about that. And then I forgot, I have a Pass the Stash. So I got permission from Siri, from Serious Stitches, and from Twitch TV and Etsy. I can never say her actual username, so I just always say Siri. Because every time I try to say it the way it's supposed to be, I get tongue-tied and I just say it wrong and I feel like a fool. But she gave me permission to pass along something that I had won in a giveaway, a kit from Elder Scrolls. Skyrim? Skyrim. Elder Scrolls, but I think it's Skyrim. I could be wrong. I don't know anything. I did stitch this, I finished it, and now I'm looking to pass the pattern along. So, I do have leftover, I'll try to cover the chart, threads. So there's some leftover Cranic, some leftover, all of the flosses had leftover. So I'm pretty sure you wouldn't need much. It's DMC floss with some Cranic sparklies. The fabric was 14 count. Obviously the fabric won't be included because I used it. And the chart I did not mark. Oh, actually I only marked the 10 columns with a pencil just because that's how my brain works, and then, but I did not highlight it, so it's not highlighted at all. So I'll show you, for example, like I just wrote between, because my brain works that way when I cross stitch to help me count. So yeah, if you would like this, I'm willing to pass it along. You just cannot say giveaway in the comments. I will delete it. Just say I would like to stitch the flower, and I'll enter you in. You have to be over 18. You have to be following the channel, and you don't have to worry about where you live because I will send it to you wherever you are. So just say I would like to stitch the flower, and I'll pick a random comment with a random number generator by my next video, so you guys have a month to enter, and I will send this over to you. It's really quick stitch, it's fun, it's easy. I would say beginner-ish level. The back stitching over here can get kind of tricky, especially on 14 count to pierce in between the boxes for the shape. But other than that, it's a great pattern. If you guys would like it, please enter below. Just don't say giveaway. And then I really think that's it. I forgot to add in my life update that I've been playing Pokemon Go like crazy. Yeah, that's about it. Not really playing other games. I'm probably going to get back into Animal Crossing New Leaf, which is going to take my whole life away. So if there's not much progress next video, it's because of Animal Crossing. That's it. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're able to find time to craft and do everything that you want to do. I hope you don't have to do a lot of frogging like me, because the frog has visited me a lot in the past 2 months and I'm done with them. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you see. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.